A report that has 23 supplements in it, including all of the supplements for the forensic um, items that were submitted and analyzed, and also the attachments for those forensic results that came back from FDLE. Those are all attached as well in the report.
What about the statements from the H&R Block employees? You said you were including Amber Howells and Richard and those other 3 deputies and those other people that you were calling out?
No, I don't believe I have Richard's statement. I don't believe he was interviewed. Let me see.
I mean, Amber ran off of quite a few names, and everybody she ran off was reported right over to Patrick Tumbler, including the deputy that was on the 911 call.
You would have to read his narrative, and if there are issues that you see with the narrative, then you can get back with me on it. Like I said, Detective Tumbler's narrative is like 6 pages long, and I see a bunch of names in here.
And it has the date those people were interviewed or questioned or interrogated on there, correct?
Correct, yes. 6/30, 7/8 of 2014. Every paragraph is listed 10/30 of 2014, 3/13 of 15, 2/12 of 16, 2/21 of 16.
So the earliest he even started questioning anybody was in August?
No. I was just reading random. The first entry that I see here is on 4/25 of 2014.
Which was the day? Which was the day of the home invasion?
Right. And then there's more typing, and there's more dates listed. And then I start seeing 4/28 of 14, 4/29 of 14, 4/30 of 14, 5/5 of 14. You know, the narrative just kind of keeps going and going and going.
But I mean, did he? I mean, forgive my anticipation. Excuse me if I'm sounding rude, but it's been 3 years and there's been, for some reason, nobody can get arrested. So I'm just
right, because we can't find a suspect.
Yeah, I mean, even though I gave you the list of 3 deputies, including the ones that Amber Howell bragged about.
Just because she talks about deputies having sex on duty doesn't precisely mean that they, whatever issues they're having in their marital life doesn't constitute that this is a suspect in your case.
I understand, but you can also see my point of view that nobody wants to go to work and hear that shit. Okay.
Right. So the report should be coming out tomorrow.
And he has H&R Block employees. I mean, because I worked there for 8 years, and 8 years is a long time to be with one company.
Right.
So, of 20, 30 people, anybody could have, I promise you could have provided information on that criminal investigation, and the deputy that was, Anybody else was interviewed at H&R Block other than Amber Howell? You told me you didn't even ask her anything.
But it doesn't look like she is in there. There are, let me see, look at the report. There's 16 people listed in the report. So you can read through the narrative and see. Some of those names may be familiar to you. They're not all familiar to me. So you have to read the report.
I'll read the report, but I'm just trying to gather in my head because I gave specific people. So I'm just trying to see if they're mainly H&R Block employees or if they were mainly the deputies that Amber Howell talked about.
You'd have to read the report.
Yeah. And no dash cam because that's a cost. And you said there were or were not criminal investigations on those other 2 deputies.
I don't believe there were criminal investigations on the other deputies. What deputies? You haven't given me a deputy's name. I
gave you 3 deputies. Well, I gave at least Patrick Tumbler those deputies' names, including Richard and Jason Hall. I mean, so there was, and then the ones that you have listed that were 2 in the same place, Thomas Susan and Campbell, I think. those
Mm-hmm.
group of
Campbell.
guys. Yeah. Amber Howe talked a lot. So I guess that's why a lot of people hate her husband that work at the sheriff's office. But I can't really empathize with people that hate a cop. So, if people hate her husband, that's not my problem.
Right. Read the report when it comes in, okay?
Mhm.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Thanks.
All right.